Hey there, Plant Girl here. Make sure, even in the winter, that you keep adding to your compost pile, because in the spring, it'll be already built up and start cooking right away for you. In fact, this pile I've had right filled to the top a couple of times already since October, and hopefully you can see there it's gone down probably about this much, keeps going down, but I just keep on adding and adding until it freezes solid. I live in Saskatchewan, Canada. It will freeze solid this winter, but until then I'll just keep adding, and even after it's solid I'll keep adding until it's full, and then I'll start in a new bin. If you just stir it up every once in a while. I find these old metal ski poles work great for that, or a piece of rebar. And we put everything in here from the kitchen for fruit and vegetable scraps, peels, coffee grounds, eggshells even. They'll add some aeration. They don't really add calcium, but they'll add aeration to the soil. And then, and you don't want to forget those bags of leaves you collected from your yard, out in the street, the parks, or in my case, from the neighbors when they were done with their Halloween decorations. And make sure that you keep layering them in over all those good kitchen scraps. As it rains and snows, these will get nice and damp, weighted down, and you stir them in. They get all mixed in with those kitchen scraps. And create those nice ratios for composting. Now, a big bin like this made out of pallets is a great size for composting. But you can even do this in a much smaller bin. I have that one there. That's been my go-to bin for years, but I'm in the process of doing some changes in the yard, and so I have it empty right now so I can move it where I want it when I get the chance. But I'll be going to that one once this one's full, and I'll have 2 bins ready to go, probably full. When the spring comes, things thaw out and they start melting and compost gets started again. So don't forget to keep putting in the compost and keep working on it all year long. So we're having a little bit of a warm spell right now in middle of November here. It's November 12th, and it's actually 5 degrees outside right now, which is beautiful. But I brought my compost thermometer out. I thought I'd have a little peek and see if we have any real heat happening here inside the compost pile. And it's not a lot, so hopefully you can see that there. That's right, 10, 11 degrees in the center of the pile there. That's not a lot warmer than the air temperature outside, but it's still pretty good, especially considering that we've been, up until the last couple of days, we've been down in the negative temperatures for over a week. So I'd say that's not too bad in there. And you know, every little bit counts and every little bit helps. And like I said, really what we're building this pile for is the spring, when the spring melts come, and that'll really get things heated up if you have things mixed in there and ready to go come spring. I built this pile with a lot of my yard waste when I was cleaning out my yard and my garden this fall. And then of course the added leaves to keep the ratios in check there with the greens and the browns. And I don't get too technical about it, just nice layers, little more of the leaves than with the yard waste and the kitchen scraps, but it seems to work well. And then I don't need to worry usually too much about adding water into it because we get snow or rain, but mostly snow in the winter to keep it wet this time of year. In the summer, I do need to add water once in a while. If you want to know more about composting and how I do it and how I hot compost, then I will leave links to my composting playlist so you can learn all about how I compost here in Saskatchewan, Canada. Thanks for watching. Bye. This thermometer needs to come inside in the winter or it'll freeze, and you don't want to ruin your good compost thermometer. If you want to know where I got this, I'll put a link for it below as well.